Hi, this is Sydney with Easy Builder Network. Listen to our radio show every Saturday, broadcast live in Houston on 100.7 FM, and that's between 3 and 5 p.m. every Saturday. Call in with a question if you have one. We'd love to talk to you. Today I'm going to talk to you about blueprints. Blueprints, obviously you have to have those in order to build. There's different ways to go about obtaining blueprints for the best dollar value. There's a lot of places online that have blueprints, and you can save money with some of these places. It just depends on what you're building and where you're building at. If you go to some of these places, they'll sell you a bare minimum set of reproducible plans. You better hope those plans are exactly how you want to build, because if you bring those plans into your consultant and you explain to him you want to move this wall, and that wall, unfortunately, when he submits that to the designer, it's going to be just like starting over. And so you get charged a full blueprint fee, and so that money you spent buying those online plans is not as productive as you could have just brought in a drawing and said, start on my blueprints. But now, at the same time, if you find a drawing online and it is the way that you want to build, buy those plans. Get the reproducible set. Run them down to Kinko's or someplace like that and run you some copies, and you've got plans. If you don't have a framing plan or a joist and rafter plan, we can have that done for a little fee, whatever the designer charges. Also make sure, if you're building here in Houston, you have 2x4 walls, not 2x6 with the snow loads and everything else in the basement plan. You don't need none of that here in Houston. You need the 2x4 walls. Also, you want to make sure that your blueprints are in quarter scale and that they have dimensions on them. You want to make sure you have a full set of plans. You'll need a full set, not just here and there. So when you're looking at blueprints, make sure you explore a little bit before you go about purchasing them online. Now, if you've got a buddy, a friend that recommends his cousin's, uncle's, aunt's brother that does blueprints to do yours at a really cheap price, that's great. Just make sure you're not the weekend job. Make sure that because designers and architects, they make their money from builders. Builders send them lots of drawings, so they make a lot of money by working on those builders' drawings, such as our designers. They make money by working on our drawings. You come along, you're the weekend project. When I'm not working on what my bread and butter is, I'll work on your drawing. You want to make sure that you're a priority. Otherwise, you're not going to get your drawings in a timely fashion. Get a time commitment. Okay, I'll give you this drawing today. When will you have it back to me? When was my preliminaries back? And have a penalty in there. You say you have them back to me 2 weeks from today. If they're not back 2 weeks from today, we knock off $200 from our fees, from your fees. Put a time frame. You want a time frame. You don't want to leave that open. Also, how many changes do I get once I receive the first preliminary? Because you want to know how many times you can change that plan. It may not come back the way you want it. It may be a communication issue between you and your designer. So how many changes do you get before you start getting charged? Also, how many sets of finals is your designer going to print out for you when he's done? You need 10 sets of finals to build with, okay? So with that being said, if you use a designer, just make sure you're not the weekend project. Make sure you're a priority. If the designer wants some money down, that's understandable. These guys only get stuck holding the bag in case you decide to back out of the deal. You got to put a deposit down, so be aware of that. If you buy them online, make sure it is what you want to build. Don't buy them online and go try to get changes done to it, because at that point, it's going to be the same as starting over. All right, just a quick little blueprint tip. Hope to talk to you. Watch our next video.